Getting America moving again by fixing our potholes and bridges, among other things. It's one thing Democrats actually say they could work on with President-elect Trump. He is pushing a $550 billion infrastructure plan that would be partly financed by private firms. So, Rich, does this idea make any sense to you?
You know, it does make sense, but only in the context if you can get some real regulatory reform and labor law reform. This country was once really good at infrastructure. We mobilized for World War II and won World War II in 3.5 years, interstate highway system, etc. It's only in more recent years, because of regulation and labor laws, that we've really become bad at it. So you've got to couple the two.
Okay. Well, John, a lot of people are saying, be careful, guys. Look at the cost of federal infrastructure spending from 2009 to 2014, $577 billion. And, of course, during the same time, the debt has gone way up. There is a cost to all this, is there not?
Yeah, what an awful idea from the Trump administration. And how we know it's an awful idea is that if the Hillary Clinton administration were proposing the same thing, Republicans would be eviscerating such a plan. Infrastructure doesn't drive economic growth. It's an effect of economic growth. If it drove it, West Virginia would be the richest state in the United States. What a joke. Okay,
well, Steve, a lot of people say, hey, look, if it didn't work under President Obama, his stimulus plan, it's not going to work this time. But here's the difference. President-elect Trump wants to use a lot of private money for this infrastructure spending. He's saying, for example, you could get all that $2 trillion that's parked overseas in cash from U.S. companies. You tell them, if you bring it back and invest it in infrastructure, we'll give you a tax credit for it.
Yes, part of this plan of Professor Navarro and Wilbur Ross is precisely to get private companies involved, because when the government does it, there's a big problem. As you know, David, there's no infrastructure crisis in airlines. There's no infrastructure crisis in delivery trucks or in freight cars in this country, because the private sector runs them. So in this case, they're trying to get the private sector involved. That's a good thing. But I think Rich is right. You do have to have those measurements in there, removing the regulatory obstacles. And one thing they might consider is having local companies do it, and Washington just provide the incentives. And that way you don't get the loggerheads from Washington. That $577 billion from Obama, nobody knows where it went.
Right, right. And Sabrina, we do know where it came from. Us, all of it. Right. I mean, that's the difference between this plan and Obama's plan.
Right. I mean, look, David, I would just think this is not exactly the first step that a Republican president would usually take. I was hoping more for something like a big tax cut so that businesses could apply their resources accordingly. But something to keep in mind is that all infrastructure is not created equal. Some infrastructure doesn't require new spending. It requires the regulatory system to sign off on them. Things like the Keystone XL pipeline. That's an infrastructure project that doesn't require sort of a new infusion of cash. So certainly if we roll back those regulations, as Rich is pointing, I would be very happy to support that infrastructure project.
And EMAC, he could do it all. I mean, he could do the pipeline, he could do the infrastructure, he could do the tax. I mean, there's nothing preventing him from doing it all. But just look at the thought of the infrastructure spending has sent stocks that are involved in construction way up.
Yeah, that has sent it way up. I'm for common sense. I hear what Rich Carlgard is saying. You know, Margaret Thatcher said, you know, economists take the infrastructure, travel by infrastructure, where you or I take the bridges or the roads. But what happens with the money? Rich is right. It happened with Ronald Reagan. It got trapped in 1981 for 5 years, and then the recovery took hold. I think you do that kind of spending because it's needed, not for economic growth reasons, right? I think that should be the point.
Well, Bruce, you were talking up infrastructure spending back when President Obama was pushing it. What do you think of this plan?
Well, my problem with this is it's, you know, this whole idea of like tax cuts and so forth. I mean, I think people generally understand that building roads and bridges costs money, and there has to be some sort of revenue component. So I don't really know where he's going to get the money for all of this. Maybe he could get Mexico to pay for it with his wall. And also, we need to prioritize, I mean, and tell the voters and tell people, what are we going to spend it on? And I think it would be more palatable.
Well, Rich, I wonder about prioritize. A lot of so-called experts are saying that inside the Beltway. But in point of fact, this guy's determined to do it all quickly within the first 100 days to get a lot of this stuff done.
Well, as well he should. You know, he's got that opportunity. I'm glad that he's being aggressive about this. Trump supporter Peter Thiel, one of the lone Trump supporters in Silicon Valley, said the fundamental thing that's holding back the American economy is all the risk capital goes into web companies, financial service companies, what he calls bits companies, and the atoms economy, the economy of infrastructure, gets starved. So the question is, why is that? And the answer is because of labor laws and regulations.
Okay, well, very quickly, Steve, we don't have much time, but I'm taking advantage of the fact that you're in Washington. You got the capital, the nation's capital, right behind you. Are they afraid there that he's actually going to get some of this stuff done?
Oh, I think there's a little bit of excitement that something positive can be done, especially on the tax front. If you get a bold tax bill through, you'll create the environment for needing new infrastructure. Right. That's where you get to create the resources for this good stuff.
Absolutely. Well, the American people can create it if the government gives them